In a quiet valley surrounded by emerald hills, there stood an ancient willow tree. Its branches draped like a flowing gown, and its leaves whispered secrets to those who dared to listen. The villagers called it the Whispering Willow, and they believed it held the key to a hidden kingdom, a realm of wonder and magic that no one had seen for centuries. Among the villagers was a boy named Kale. He was small for his age, with a mop of unruly hair and a curious spirit that often got him into trouble. While others dismissed the stories of the hidden kingdom as mere legend, Kale believed them with all his heart. He would often sit beneath the willow, listening to its soft murmurs and imagining the adventures that awaited beyond its veil of leaves. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the sky in hues of gold and violet, Kale heard something different. The whispers of the willow grew louder, forming words that sent a shiver down his spine. "The kingdom sleeps, its heart concealed," the tree murmured. "A pure soul must break the seal." Kale's heart raced. He had always felt a connection to the willow, but this was the first time it had spoken directly to him. Determined to uncover the truth, he decided to follow its guidance. The next morning, Kale packed a small satchel with bread, cheese, and a flask of water. He told no one of his plans, fearing they would try to stop him. With the willow's whispers as his guide, he ventured into the forest that bordered the village. The forest was a place of shadows and light, where the air was thick with the scent of pine and earth. As Kale walked, the whispers of the willow seemed to follow him, leading him deeper into the woods. Hours turned into days, but Kale pressed on, his determination unwavering. On the third day, he came upon a clearing where a crystal-clear pool shimmered beneath the sunlight. At its center stood a stone pedestal, and atop it rested a small, intricately carved key. As Kale approached, the air around him seemed to hum with energy. "Take the key," the willow's voice urged. "It will unlock the way." Kale reached out and grasped the key. The moment his fingers closed around it, the forest seemed to come alive. The trees swayed as if in a dance, and a path of golden light appeared before him. Clutching the key tightly, Kale followed the glowing trail. The path led him to a towering archway made of twisted vines and blooming flowers. Beyond it lay a land unlike anything Kale had ever seen. Rolling meadows sparkled with dew that glowed like diamonds, and rivers of liquid silver wound their way through fields of golden grain. In the distance, a grand palace rose, its spires reaching toward the heavens. Kale stepped through the archway, and the air around him seemed to sing with joy. As he approached the palace, he noticed figures emerging from the shadows. They were the people of the hidden kingdom, their eyes filled with wonder and hope. "You have found us," said a woman with hair like spun gold. She wore a crown of flowers and carried a staff that shimmered with light. "I am Elra, guardian of the hidden kingdom. For centuries, we have waited for one with a pure heart to break the seal and awaken our realm." Kale felt a mix of awe and humility. "But I'm just a boy," he said. "How could I be the one?" Elra smiled. "It is not strength or age that matters, but the purity of your spirit and the courage in your heart. The Whispering Willow chose you, and you have proven yourself worthy." She led Kale into the palace, where a grand hall awaited. At its center stood a pedestal, and upon it rested a glowing orb. Elra gestured for Kale to place the key into a slot at the base of the pedestal. As Kale inserted the key, a brilliant light filled the hall. The orb began to pulse with energy, and the kingdom seemed to come alive. Flowers bloomed, fountains sprang to life, and the air was filled with the sound of laughter and song. The people of the hidden kingdom knelt before Kale, their faces radiant with gratitude. Elra placed a hand on his shoulder. "You have restored our home and our hope. The Whispering Willow will always guide you, and our kingdom will forever be in your debt." Kale spent several days in the hidden kingdom, learning its secrets and marveling at its beauty. When it was time to return home, Elra gave him a small crystal pendant. "This will remind you of your journey and the bond you share with our realm," she said. When Kale emerged from the forest, the villagers were astonished to see him. He told them of his journey, but many dismissed it as a fanciful tale. Yet, Kale knew the truth, and every time he gazed at the pendant, he felt the magic of the hidden kingdom and the Whispering Willow's gentle guidance. And so, the legend of the Whispering Willow and the Hidden Kingdom lived on, inspiring generations to believe in the power of courage, curiosity, and the whispers of the world around them.